Why do parallel lines never meet? Imagine walking along two straight roads that run side by side forever. No matter how far you go, they never cross or come together. This idea might seem simple, but it's actually a key part of understanding how lines work in algebra and graphing. Parallel lines are two lines that lie flat on the same surface and stay the same distance apart at all times. They never get closer or farther away from each other. In algebra, the slope of a line tells us how steep it is. When two lines have the same slope, they are called parallel. This means they rise and run at the same rate. For example, if one line goes up 2 units for every 1 unit it moves to the right, the other line does the same. Because they rise and run at the same rate, they never meet. They just keep going side by side. Another way to see this is by thinking about the distance between the lines. The shortest distance from one line to the other stays the same everywhere. It's like a ruler measuring the gap between them. Since this distance is always positive and never zero, the lines can't cross. If they did, the distance at the crossing point would be 0, which isn't possible for parallel lines. When a third line, called a transversal, crosses two parallel lines, it creates angles that are equal in certain spots. These angles, called corresponding angles and alternate interior angles, help us see that the lines are truly parallel. They show us that the lines never meet, no matter how long they extend. In graphing, if you have the equation y equals mx plus b, where m is the slope and b is the y-intercept, then a second line with the same m but a different b will be parallel. The different b means they cross the y-axis at different points, but because the slope is the same, they will never intersect. Understanding why parallel lines never meet helps us see how lines behave on a graph. It's important in designing roads, railways, or any structure that needs to stay a fixed distance apart. It also helps when solving problems involving linear equations and relationships. So, the main reason why parallel lines never meet is because they have the same slope and they stay a constant distance apart at all times. They run side by side forever without crossing paths.